Sir, may I come?
Yeah, please come.
Good morning, sir. Good
Morning.
morning, sir.
Take a seat, bache.
Thank you, sir.
Aastha, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, Aastha, you are from Randa House and currently you are in IPS training or you have taken leave?
So I have took a leave.
Taken a leave,
Yes.
right? Okay. What was your optional?
So it is political science and international relations.
PSI, yeah.
Yes,
Right, right. Aastha, you come from Kandhla.
sir. Yes, sir.
Is it called Kandhla or Kandla?
So it is Kandla.
Kandhla. huh?
Yes, sir.
Why does it get its name Kandhla? Any idea? How does Kandhla get its name from?
So there is different theory, but one is from Mahabharata.
Hmm.
That is, it was first named as Karna Dala because the Mahabharata character Karna
Hmm.
came to Kandla when he was going through the war.
Okay. And there is a Kandla in Gujarat, right?
Yes, sir.
What it is famous for?
So it is a very famous port there.
Okay. And where is Alang?
Sir?
Alang.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about that.
It is also in Gujarat.
Okay, sir.
Famous for its sea breaking industry,
Okay, sir.
right? Okay. So Aastha, you are already in IPS,
Yes, sir.
already arrived there. So why do you want to apply for IAS?
Sir, I realized that my interests are more aligned in a administrative sphere
Mhm.
and governance part. I wanted to contribute myself to policy implementation and formulation and work on a broad spectrum of health, education, and other areas.
So you mean to say that being in police service doesn't offer these opportunities?
Sir, I don't mean that. I think the area and the domain where the IPS and IAS work are quite different. In IPS, I will get the opportunity to contribute myself to law and order, but in IAS, I'll get into the more governance side. So my interests were more aligned there.
Okay. So there is a concept called good governance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And there is a concept called sustainable governance.
Yes, sir.
So are the two similar or different?
So there are similarities between the two. For example, sustainable government ensures good governance also. But I think the goal of both the concepts are different. While a good governance is very broad, it includes sustainable government, but as well as other parts, for example, responsible, accountable, and moral government. While sustainable government focuses more on environmental side of the governance.
Okay. And what is e-governance?
So e-governance is the use and application of technology in various spectrum of government to make it more efficient.
Okay. So India is using a lot of technology and lot of technologies are being unleashed across the
Yes,
globe.
sir.
One such technology which came in the recent past was DeepSeek.
Yes, sir.
You must have read quite a lot about it.
Yes, sir.
My question is, suppose you are working on an e-governance project of Government of India.
Yes, sir.
You are given a choice to choose between, listen to the question carefully, you are given a choice to choose between A, DeepSeek, B, deep research, and C, some indigenous technology developed inside the country. But the indigenous technology is coming out at a very hefty cost.
The indigenous one.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Coming at a very hefty cost. Which one will you choose and why?
So my inclination will be towards the indigenous one. Firstly, because my priority is security, and if the data of the country resides in the country itself, that will be better rather than using DeepSeek, which China might use. So I will take into consideration the cost part, but my priority will be security of the data.
But the finance department says that no, this proposal will not see the light of the day because the cost is almost double that of DeepSeek.
Yes, sir.
I'm just posing a counter question. So what will be your take? Still you will insist on the security angle?
Yes, sir, I will. I'll convince the finance ministry that in the long run, it will be beneficial for
Good.
India only.
Good. Cyber frauds are happening every now and then.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are a district magistrate in Mewat,
Yes, sir.
famous for Jamtara Part 2,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You are a district magistrate in Mewat and the cyber crimes are on the upswing. Name 3 measures which you will take to control the increasing incidence of cyber crimes in Mewat.
So first, I'll ensure a proper law implementation, and I will ensure crackdown on the criminal part. I will identify the hotspots where these persons are working, and I will ensure their early arrest. Secondly, I will work on the awareness generation side area, and I will ensure that these youths who are inclined towards cyber frauds and such things are aware about the consequences. Thirdly, I will ensure rehabilitation of these youths because they have such a good mind in the cyber areas. They can be better utilized in ethical hacking, etc. for the government.
Okay. So, what is the helpline number for cyber fraud?
Sir, it is 1930. I'm not sure.
You're absolutely right.
Thank
And
you.
what is the women's helpline number?
So I think it is 1090.
And what is the child helpline number?
So 1093. I'm not sure.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Aastha. So British drama.
Yes.
Where's Scotland Yard?
Sir?
Scotland Yard.
So I've not heard.
You've never heard of Scotland Yard?
So I heard Scotland, but not Scotland Yards as such.
IPS.
So I think it is
The intelligence wing of British police.
Okay, sir. So sorry.
The intelligence wing, okay. People from India go to get trained there.
Okay, sir.
So, tell me, you're fond of making pottery?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From where is blue pottery originates and from where the black pottery originates?
So blue pottery is famous in Jaipur,
Right.
and the black pottery is specifically is famous from Manipur, and also there is one black pottery in Uttar Pradesh also in Azamgarh, I think.
It's ahead of Mirza, Varanasi.
Yes.
Yes, right. I've been there actually. So, now, what was the philosophy of Swami Vivekananda?
So his philosophy is summed up as practical Vedanta, where he focused on reviving the principles of Vedanta and applying them in the day-to-day life. His major focus was on seva, and he believed that service of the man is equivalent to the service of the God because we can identify divine in every being.
Tell me, in our society these days, have we kind of put all these philosophies of great philosophers and Swamis, leaders of the nation, on the shelf up there, and we are putting out some own version for public gathering of votes?
So there is a growing concern related to materialism and consumerism in the society, and but I believe that in India and the youth particularly are turning more towards spiritualism as well, as we have seen in Mahakumbh also. The people are turning towards spiritualism and they are following the values of these great teachers like Swami Vivekananda ji.
But do you think it is deep spiritualism or spiritual tourism?
Sir, I think it is both. Some are using these for their own promotion, and this is a kind of fake spiritualism they are doing for showcasing the world. But there are people who are deep into spiritualism, and they are following the ideals of these.
Why is there so much of differences if people are so deep into spiritualism? The society has got rifts, and if people are spiritual, they rise above many things.
Yes.
So why is that chasm?
So people are not able to learn the real meaning of spiritualism.
You said it. No more on this. You said it. So now, what police reforms, especially with regard to the safety, security of women and the statistics of crime against women, does our country require? You must have given a thought to it.
So firstly, I would focus on the training part of the police personnel because they are the first respondent when a woman registers a crime. So they must be sensitized towards women and their issues, and they must be well equipped and well trained to register the case immediately and ensure a quick investigation and complete trial. Secondly, I will focus on technology part. I will ensure that EFIR and other measures are taken so that women can register complaints easily. Thirdly, I will focus on infrastructure part. I will ensure that CCTV cameras and other technology is used so that these crimes can be reduced.
How will you address the brutality which sometimes becomes evident? That's a behavioral aspect. If you see how agitations are controlled in that, sometimes it's not even just related to India. Even in the Black Lives Matter movement, the American police officer had put his knee on that
Yes, the police brutality.
and on his neck, and till he died, he was saying, "I'm not breathing."
Yes.
So how do you address police brutality?
So there is a lack of empathy in some officers, and there is a growing concern related to police brutality. I would ensure the empathetic training of police officers so that they understand how to behave with the people and how to treat them equally. Secondly, I will create a strong deterrence against such police officers. I will ensure that quick investigations against these officers are taken so that we can create an example for other officers as to how to behave with police. And thirdly, I would ensure Prakash Singh judgment case where the police complaint authority should be maintained so that people can complain against police.
You become a good police officer also. See, one more thing I feel, is there should be regular psychological testing at different levels.
Yes.
And people should be thrown out of
Yes.
this job because custodial rapes, custodial deaths.
Yes.
Okay, and so one last thing. Now, what do you have specifically in mind? What will you do if you get into the IAS? Change which Aastha will bring.
So I think there are many government schemes on every parameter, health, education, in every sector. But the issue is of their implementation. I would ensure that in my district, wherever I will be posted, I will ensure saturation of such policies and schemes so that every people is registered in the government schemes are getting the aid that they are entitled to.
Okay, thank you, Aastha. I'll come and look you up when you are district magistrate somewhere.
Thank you so much. Sir.
Okay.
You are already in police service, you are an IPS officer and aspiring to become an IAS officer. So the expectation bar will be much higher than interviewing other people, other candidates who have not yet cracked. Okay. That's why I'm raising the bar a little high. What is and you have got international relations as a subject.
Yes.
What is your take on the present geopolitical West?
So geopolitical?
West. West. What do you mean the West? The West means America, Europe, mainly Western Europe.
Geopolitical West.
Geopolitical West.
Yes, sir. Yes.
US, New Zealand, Australia.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? To some extent, Japan also.
Yes.
So, what is the present status or present condition of the geopolitical West?
So the West is disintegrating right now because there is a great rift between Europe and USA, which collectively is known as the Western countries. And the reason being the Ukraine war and the USA's response to the Ukraine war. Then secondly, the Trump's policy is also against the collective West, as he is just looking for American national interest. He is not giving attention to any kind of bloc, whether it is Western or whether it is NATO as such. So the West is facing many challenges right now.
And which country has announced that they will give nuclear umbrella protection for the Europe?
So France has recently announced.
Absolutely correct. What is your views on the Five Eyes now?
So Five Eyes is the collective of the Anglophone world like USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and UK. But right now, due to Trump's policy, as he is not trusting any partner, even Five Eyes is now facing challenges because USA is against
Five
Canada.
Eyes have become Four Eyes now.
So with inclusion of Canada.
That's right. Canada has been, I won't say expelled, but removed from Five Eyes.
Yes.
Now, what is your view on the Ukraine war? Who started it? Who is responsible for starting it? Or responsible for the war? Or who have instigated the war?
So we can't put blame on any one party for starting the war. On prima facie,
not?
it might see like Russia was.
Why not?
So because wars are very complicated, one might see that one party is aggressor. For example, Russia.
No, if I say, let me put the question in another way. Flip it. Is Europe and USA responsible or instigated?
Yes,
The
sir.
war?
I believe that there was a growing concern related to NATO's expansion, and President Putin has repeatedly said that it does not. He doesn't want NATO in his near abroad. So there was a reason that NATO led to the.
When the first indication was sent?
So I'm not sure, but I think in 2007 speech of
1991.
991.
1991. Now, are you aware that Russia offered security to organize, because Warsaw Pact has been dismantled.
Yes.
Now, a new security arrangement
Yes.
for Europe,
Yes.
including Russia.
Yes, sir. There was a collective organization. I think I'm not.
There is no. Russia floated the idea.
Yes, sir. And I think there was one institution also established. I'm forgetting the name right now, but there was certain collective security architecture for Europe, which included Russia as well.
OECD was there.
OECD.
OECD was there.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. But Russia floated a new idea.
Yes, sir.
And what was the reaction of Europe, mainland Europe, including the UK, to that idea proposal? It was a very beautiful proposal.
Yes. Sir, I think Europe was favorable, but USA was not because.
Europe rejected it outright.
Okay, sir.
Now, let me just tell you one thing. That as at the onset, I told you that the expectation bar would be higher.
Yes.
So I would not expect you to contradict yourself. You said both the sides are responsible.
Yes.
But finally, when we discussed or argued, it came out that Europe and USA instigated Russia to fight, isn't it? NATO placed missiles all around the neck of Russia, isn't it? Will USA allow it? Will US allow? Will any European country allow Russia to do it?
No, sir. I think the reaction would have been the same.
So who is responsible for instigating the war? You said both the sides. Russia, you first said Russia, then you said both the sides.
Sir, I still believe both the sides.
How both the sides? How Russia is involved in this war?
Sir,
Instigation.
Sir, although the instigation part lies on the USA, but at the same time, Russia could have engaged in a meaningful dialogue. And
Russia has been using for a long time.
yes, sir.
Do you know that Ukraine was in Russia for how many years? For previously under Russian Empire, then under Soviet Union. For how many years total? 367 years. They are part of Russian Empire and Soviet Union. In 1991, after that referendum,
Yes.
Ukraine got independence.
Yes.
Okay. And you started poking Russia. You want to be European. So, I personally do not, this is my opinion. Your opinion maybe, you may differ from my assessment, but think about it. Huh? Why Russia was compelled to attack, to launch this special operation.
Yes, sir. Russia was compelled to an extent, but then Ukraine is a sovereign country right now, and Russia might have taken some other course other than attacking a sovereign country.
No, we can keep on. The time is over. What happened in Iraq?
Iraqis attacked, Saddam Hussein attacked Kuwait
Yes.
to get its own oil fields, Rumaila oil field,
Yes.
and he was punished.
Yes.
Kuwait was also a sovereign country. And that territory, like Donbas region, that territory was also belonged to Iraq
Yes.
under the Ottoman Empire. Kuwait was under Ottoman Empire. Kuwait was under Iraq,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So if you go back, Palestinian-Israel war. Okay, so think about all these things deeply before answering.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay, Astha. So your interview is formally over.
Thank
You
you,
had
sir.
appeared last time as well. How much did you get last time?
171.
171. Okay. Good. Have you appeared in any other mocks before this?
Yes, sir. 2 mocks before this
Almost. What was the feedback?
one. Sir, they were happy with my performance, but there was a knowledge gap which they said I would cover.
So the thing here is that you do not have any issues. You are good to go. Need not worry. Be as you are. Always be original. And as sir said, in administration, we have to take a stand.
Yes, sir.
You have to take a stand. So whatever stand may be right or wrong. Since you are just a beginner, no one will take offense to any stand what you take, because this is what based on your judgment, based on your understanding, right? But when questions come of such a nature, then you have to straight away say, sir, I feel this is there, but it could have been done in this manner. Like Russia, Ukraine, the way you said that it is a sovereign country, how they should not have done, they should have engaged into a dialogue. It's perfectly all right. It's a one point of view. But if the person on the other side, like I will reframe the question.
Yes.
If you have to apportion Russia, US, EU, Ukraine, who is responsible for Ukraine war? How much percentage you will give to each of them? And calculate. You just let me know.
Okay, sir.
Russia, US, Ukraine, EU.
So the first major blame should be on US.
I'm asking percentage. You just tell me the percentage. You will get your answer automatically.
So I would blame US for the 40%.
40% US, right?
Then European Union was also responsible because they were aligning with the USA's policy. So 20% on EU as well. And then 20% on Ukraine, because it was the one who was insisting on getting NATO membership when it knew that Russia would be instigated to initiate and
so
then the rest of the thing.
good. So 40 plus 20 plus 10, 70% of the blame game goes on to that side.
Yes, sir.
So one of the ways to put across your viewpoint might be like this.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I think to this extent, this, so that you very clearly state the viewpoint which you want to convey.
Okay, sir.
Right? And because you're in the police, that is why I deliberately asked those helpline numbers.
Yes, sir.
So बच्चे वो helpline numbers और भी कुछ हैं उनको याद रखना. The road safety and all those helpline numbers that might be asked of you. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you're perfectly all right. You have a clarity of thought. You're confident, understanding, and already you have achieved. Just little bit of my push is required, and you will definitely get it. Rest assured.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And as sir pointed out, I would like to see in one of those districts. ठीक है? चलो शाबाश बच्चे.
See, you must try and lead the discussion in your favor.
Yes, sir. I actually want to do that.
Yeah, you have to be very intelligent now here. Huh? You have to think as an officer and work like an officer through the mental, modes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Acha, one more thing we didn't ask you on the women issues, the marital rape issue which is coming up, the same-sex marriage issue which is being discussed. So make a balanced view on that, because you may be probed of your view. Also, one thing I forgot to ask you, that pottery is used to map the age of the civilization.
Yes, sir. It is.
So I mean, you good to go.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Good luck.
Thank you.
All the best. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And also keep yourself. You might be asked who is your role model,
Yes, sir.
and maybe 4 or 5 serving women bureaucrats.
Okay.
नाम याद रखें.
Okay, sir. I will prepare that
Good.
also. Okay.
Chalo,
Thank you,
shabash.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.